Hello and welcome to this tutorial in my Ultimate Grand Strategy tutorial series. Today we will cover how to make the different provinces selectable. So as a prerequisite, you need the assets that we created in the last episode. If you don't have them, the link is down in the description. Go ahead and create them, or at least have similar assets yourself. So what we need for this one is the province map, the image file where the world is divided into provinces, where each province has its own unique color. To go with that, we need the provinces.csv file that we made, which is the information file that contains the province ID, the color code of that province, and also other province information, whether it's a land or whatever it is. And secondly, we also need the folder with all the states, where each state is a collection of the state is just a collection of different provinces, so they are grouped together. So, and the file reflects that. The plan on how we are going to achieve selectable provinces is as follows. First, we will take the province file, the file with all the different provinces. We'll parse it through Godot, and then we will create separate nodes for each and every one of the provinces. The nodes will contain the information about the province. Then we will create the world map, which is on a mesh of the same dimension as our image files. It does not have to be exact same size, but it needs to be the same dimension. And then we're going to create a function that shoots a ray from the camera. It will hit the mesh, and it will return to us the position where it collided. So it will tell us the ray collided at the mesh at X and Y. Then we will take those X and Y values and look it up on the province map and get the pixel color at X and Y. And then it will tell us the pixel at X and Y is this color. Then we will have a dictionary that maps the colors against the provinces. So we will put that color in the dictionary and it will return the province to us. Okay, now let's get to work. So I have opened a brand new Godot project. So the first thing I'm going to do is to create a new folder. Let's call it map. And inside this one, I want another folder, map data, which contains the file that we made in the previous episode. So previously, like this file is right here. So if I go out, I just copy the whole file and go to the project. And I put it inside here. So. When I first am here, I'm going to change the file extension or the file type of the provinces file, mainly because Godot handles CSV in a strange way. So we can just go to change the postfix here to txt. So just make it into normal text file. Yes. So the file doesn't break or anything, it just changed the file type. Now we just need to let Godot re-import it. So you can see map data. Now we have them here. Then let's go to the top folder and create a new folder called levels. This one will kind of hold the main scene and other stuff like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and create it actually. New scene. Make it a 3D scene. Main. Like so. And then we'll create another scene under our map folder. Just call it the map. So let's close the main one, and then we can start to work on our map scene. Okay, first I'm going to change the type of this top node. We don't need it to be a node 3D, but let's create a static body 3D, like so. And then give it a child, so a mesh instance 3D. And then we also need a collision box, so we can use a collision shape 3D. Now let's create a mesh. So take just new plain mesh should be sufficient. So the size of it. What is important is that it doesn't have to be the same as our image file, but it needs to be the same ratio. But I don't want to deal with any division or anything, so I'm just going to make sure that the size is the same. So 1 meter equals 1 pixel on the image file. So if we take a look at any of them, see that they're 5632 times 21112. So that's the size I'm going to put. Yeah. Now it's a pretty huge mesh. Okay, and the collision shape, it needs to be the same. So let's use a box shape on this one. And the same X and Y values as we had on the other one. So it covers our whole mesh. So, and it being 1 meter tall is probably fine. Okay, and just for good measures, we can take and drag our trade map on top of it. Cool. Yeah. So now we have our world. On second thought, it's a bit hard to handle because of those editor restriction on the camera. So you're actually going to divide by 10 just to make it a bit more easy to handle. It doesn't really affect anything. We just need to remember that it's divided by 10 in relation to our image files. So just do the same with both the mesh and also the collision shape. Okay, no, that was the wrong way, so good thing we discovered that. So let's keep the Y at 1, and then instead, now the collision is completely covering our mesh. Good, let's save it. Then go ahead, open our main scene, just drag our map. Like so. Then create another folder, and this one is going to contain our camera. So let's call it player. When you think about it, in strategy games and also grand strategy games, the player and the camera is often the same thing. So it's a bit different than, a platformer or FPS or something like that. Create a new scene. Should be our. Okay, let's call it player actually. Okay, under the player node, let's add another node 3D. We are not going to create a camera script right now, but we need to have the foundation in order. So when we come to it, then we can easily use what is there instead of rebuilding the whole player scene. So let's have a camera socket and attach the camera to this one. Okay. Then let's adjust the transforms. So lift one up. That's maybe a bit high. So try 50, something like that. Then the camera. Also, we need to adjust the rotation. So minus 85 degrees. Then we have our camera. Let's move it a bit back. So back to the transform. So, okay, then let's save, go back to our main scene and put in our player. And let's play and see how it looks. All right, that's good. I'm going to want to move the player a little bit up just to focus on Europe. Okay, a little bit down so we don't have that gray line. Not that it really matters, but sure. All right, good. Let's add also the sun and the environment. So the 3 buttons here, add sun to the scene and environment to the scene. Good. Then let's go back to our player, and we're now going to add the script that casts a ray from the camera through the mouse that will then hit our, or hopefully hit our world map. Go to player, attach script. Okay, let's go ahead and create an unhandled input event function. Put event. Then we'll check what the event is. Mouse events. Input mouse button, yes. The button that we will look for is the mouse button left. So, okay. We will check if this button is actually pressed. Okay, now I just have to make a test and see if this works. So I will print click. Okay. Let's check our print log. Yeah. So now it clicks every time I press. Perfect. But what we want to happen here is now we want to shoot the ray. So let's make a function for it. Now we need to get a reference, or we need to get our mouse position. Get the viewport and get mouse position. So we need to define how long our array is going to be, or how long it can be. Array length, so I'm just going to put it like 2000. Oh, it's a lot, but no, then we have a lot to go on, even though the camera is zoomed far out. I need to set a from point. So the from point is going to be our camera, so we need actually a reference to it. So make an already variable here. Project array origin. Use the mouse position. A 2 point, which is from. Dot project array normal. Mouse position times the length of our array. And the variable for the space. World 3D. Direct state. Then array query. Physics array query parameters 3D, and we need a new instance of that. New. So let's add the properties. Array query from equals from 2 equals 2. Let's make a variable for the result. Intersect array. We feed that with our array query. And then let's have a check if it's empty or if it's returning anything at all. So now if it's not empty, yeah. Let's just print the result here. So before we move on, I'll print Raycast results. It doesn't hit anything at all. Okay, let's try to print before and see. Yeah, so it's all empty. Why is that? Okay, I found a mistake. It's not project local array, it's project array normal. So now if you save and try, Yes. Now you see that it hit something. It tells us the shape, but it also tells us the X and Y position. Then let us create a signal for it so we can send this raycast result. So let's go to the top here, signal. Province selected. Then emit, and we want to forward the X and the Y coordinates. So need to print that one and more. Okay, let's actually emit a vector 2. Dot position dot X. And our Y coordinate is actually here the Z coordinate, and because of its 3 dimension. So it should be like that. Save. Then go back to our main scene. Let's create a script for it. Then let's try to attach our signal, province selected, to the main. Put the coordinates, and let's print it. Just to see that everything works as it should. Print coordinates, save, play. Yeah. Good. Let's expand this function to actually to do something and to return the color of the province. So first we need a reference to our province map. With the variable province map. Then just drag province map in this one. So, and then we need to adjust the position of our map, because if you go now to our map scene, you see that it's centered. So in order for us to be able to match the pixels perfectly against the picture, we need to make sure that 0, 0 is in the corner. So let's grab this whole guy. Of course, you need more precision than this, but it's almost there. So inspector, transform, and the size of this is so basically divide this by 2. So divided by 2. Now it's perfect. Okay, let's see how it looks in our main. Let's also adjust the player to reflect it. Like so. Save. Go back to our main script. I can actually let's call it province color, because that's what we are getting. That's the province map. Get the image. Then we will get the pixel coordinate x, y. So Probably, since we divided the picture by 10, we probably need to multiply it. Let's see. Yeah, it looks all right from what I can see. Maybe we need... Okay, let's see. See if it returns our province color. Seems like it does, actually. So that's good. To make it a bit more sturdy, we kind of actually want to avoid direct references like this. So let's make it an export variable instead. Set it up to type you can do it like this. If I now go to main, to inspector, I can set the province map right here. Load, map data, province map. Okay, then we have to have texture. Okay, let's check again. Good. Okay, and just let's test that one as well. See that it still works. And yes, it does. Perfect. Okay, and now we do need some provinces that we can call upon. So let's close these maps, these folders, and create a new one. It's called scripts. And I want a new script. Shall we call province template? Let's open that one up. And let's make this own class. Oh, it's of the province extends node. It's of the class province. So what we need here is the information that we had in our province file. So we can find it under map data, provinces.txt. So there's an ID, there's a color, and there's a type, and there's also like subtype and other stuff. But for now, I think we can focus on these four. So we can have which is of a type int, and we have the color. Which is a string. It could also be something else, but I think this is okay. Yeah. Then go back to our main scene, and let's create a new node. It's a normal one that will control the import of our nodes. Provinces, and let's make a new script. Don't want it in levels. I want it put together here. So we have the province template, and now this is the province importer. Let's start on the province importer. So let's get our ready function first up. Let's call it generate provinces. And then okay, let's just have a print. Let's have it caps actually. Okay. A variable, province file, file access, open. Then let's drag in our provinces file, like so. We need the file access read. We don't need anything. Don't need to write anything. And get us text. Can we actually make it types sensitive as well? So let's string, like so. Rows. Array. Province file dot split. We want to split it by every row. So for row in rows. Then let's remove the blank rows. Now we want to split the rows by the columns. And then we use the delimiter that is the same in the file. Okay, so we know that the ID was in the first column, and then the next three were the colors. And the fourth were the type. Let's double check. Yeah. So I think we'll stick to those for now. Column 0. Okay, put that as an int. Color. I just convert it. Let's check. And these three columns is the R, G, and B value. So default is the province type. So that was a string. If my mind serves me right, just check actually. Template, yeah. Int color string. Good. It should already be string, so we don't need to convert that one. Okay, let's create a new province. That is going to be the type province, which is the class that we made. We had the ID, we had the color, and the type. Okay. Like so. Convert it to a string. So province type. Okay. Then let's just add our newly created province as a child. Okay, let's see what happens. Non-existent color constructor. Okay, it probably doesn't recognize these values. So okay. Let's make them floats and divide. Because now it's strings. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Okay, now at least it started up. Let's check our remote branch provinces. Okay, yeah. It is broken because of the values. So it's probably in the wrong format. So yeah, let's fix that one by dividing by 255. Just because Godot prefers its colors between 0 and 1. So let's check now. String and int. Okay. Ah. Okay, try again. Remote. Yeah. So now we see they actually have their own color. Perfect. Then we need our dictionary. So let's go ahead and create that one. Let's go to province dictionary. Just take it after, it doesn't matter. So we know that the key is going to be the province color. And the value is going to be the province. Okay, let's go to our main script. Then we have the color here. So what we want to do is to fetch provinces. Then have the color to province dictionary. I can just make a new variable actually. Select the province. And the province color. Print. Select the province. So now hopefully everything is connected and works. So let's test again. So now we get a return node. That is exactly what we are looking for. So perfect. That is actually, this tutorial. So it's not that visual exciting yet, but when we get it to work with some map modes and stuff like that, then it's going to be good. Okay, actually for good measures, we can create a little more visual feedback. So just to have a little UI in place. So go ahead, create a new map. Go to UI. New scene. Let's have a canvas layer. Province selected, something like that. Okay, a panel container. Put anchoring, just something like center left in the middle. I'm going to add a vertical box. No, add a grid actually. I think those are more flexible. Grid container, 2 columns. Then add some labels. Six. Okay, because we have the ID and we have the type and the color, so okay, the second one can be change type too. Something like that. So let's see. expand it. So then we have the province text, the province type. Yeah. Just call this one label province type. So let's have a script with this one. Script. Let's grab ourselves some references to province ID and the color and the province type. Let's do it like this actually. Yeah, okay. Okay, make a function. Province of type province, something like that. Not equals, but underscore. Nice. Okay, so this is text, this is text. What is the color called? Just color? Property color, okay. Calls province text, province type. Okay, save. Now that one should be okay. So let's go back to our main menu, or main scene, I mean. Drag our UI in. So the main script. So on the province selected, we have to call this one, update labels, and feed it the selected province. Like so. Okay, let's play. Okay, that didn't work. No text. Ah, okay. I didn't make it a string. Okay, the rest should be okay. No. Okay, So that was a string as well. It should be, but whatever. Let's try. Okay, let's comment it out for now, just to see if the other one works. Cool. See, the other one does. Okay, let's fix this type. Okay, it's the same. That's a mistake. Oh, it's not type. So I don't think we need string either because it should already be. So there you go. Now you see that it shows the colors that it selected, and that is in correspondence, with the province map. It fetches the ID and the land. So that's it. In the next episode, we are going to make it more visual appealing, to have map modes and have the colors actually colored on the map. So if you want us to stay part of that or just see how it's done, then like and subscribe, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.